Hey, this is Lovecraft and Art. We're going to be watching some creepy TikToks tonight. So if you've been looking for a thrill, look no further because we're going to jump right in.
Meanwhile, while the whole world was trying to figure out what black goo was, you know, that black stuff that just move when you put your skin close by it? Well, while y'all was trying to figure out what it was, me too, she already knew. I watched through all the comments, seen a couple duets, and ain't nobody saying nothing about the black goo. See how y'all let stuff get out your mind? And then when somebody show you, you don't need referencing. Black goo. Just keep watching. Black goo is created when a combination of things get inside your body from that you ate and they mix together. Soda, and you eat Chinese food with sodium or something, or that soy sauce that you put in. Now y'all wonder she's shocking it because when it get in our body, it take energy from our body. I told y'all we ain't supposed to eat meat, we're supposed to eat fruit. Fruit give us energy. When this black goo get in you, it gets its energy from you. Look how it moved to her skin. It's trying to bond with her, but it knows it's not inside her. It scares her so bad she takes the scissors and just cut it. Just looking for her. They don't know where she at, so she cut it.
Ever heard about how the sun is controlling us? Wait, what? Oh, it goes much deeper than what you might think. There's actually a lot of evidence of this. Like what? A bunch of pseudoscience? Oh no, it's not pseudoscience. Oh no. Oh no. Actually, it's by the guy who's known as the founder of Solar Earth Research. His name was Alexander Shizetsky, who was a biophysicist from the early 1900s. So this is going to sound off topic, but it directly pertains to this. Shizetsky performed research on the influence of ionized air on animals, establishing the physiological action of negative and positive ions in the air on living organisms. And to keep it super simple, negative ions making living organisms more excited, and then positive making them more lethargic. And then he compiled a bunch of statistics on biospheric processes and their connection with cycles of solar activity. Whoa. Okay, so this is the point. This is his claim. Not only did geomagnetic storms, which resulted from the sunspots and solar flares and this type of thing, result in electrical usage problems, it affected plane crashes, grasshopper infestations, but it also affects human mental life and activity. And so how this happens is that the increased sunspots and solar flares increases the negative ionization in the atmosphere, which increases what's been called human mass excitability. And to prove this, he analyzed sunspot records and compared them to riots, revolutions, battles, and wars all over the world in 71 different countries from the period of, I think, 500 BCE to around the 1900s CE. He found that a significant percent, a majority of what he classified as the most important historical events in that time period involved large numbers of people and occurred exactly around a sunspot maximum. Krzyzewski proposed that all of human history is influenced by the 11-year peaks in sunspot activity, in which the humans are essentially activated by the sun to take action in the world. Okay, so how does this 11-year sun cycle work?
Fifth dimension is space. So now we are no longer limited by time, and within the fifth dimension, we are no longer limited by space. That's why it's cosmic consciousness, Christ consciousness. Christ was always talking about, loving your neighbor as yourself. There is no separation of space. We are all connected. We are all one. Why wouldn't you love your neighbor as yourself? As you do unto someone else, you're doing unto yourself. As you judge others, that is how the Lord will judge you. Because pretty much how you treat everything around you is how you are treating yourself, because we are all connected. There is no separation. The separation was an illusion the whole time.
Did you know there was an electric moving sidewalk 123 years ago at the World's Fair in Paris, stretching 543 acres along the Seine River? The grounds of the 1900 Exposition Universelle were the biggest in history. And just like all the other World's Fairs, almost everything was destroyed afterwards, including this incredible electric moving sidewalk. It was elevated above the street on a 23-foot tall iron viaduct and consisted of 3 sections. One was stationary while the other ones moved continuously at 3 miles per hour and 6 miles per hour. The 2.5-mile loop was constructed around the perimeter of the central square. Using the 6 miles per hour walkway allowed visitors to circumnavigate the square in roughly 25 minutes, all while standing still and sightseeing. The predecessor of this walkway was at an earlier Chicago World's Fair. Along the same route but moving in the opposite direction was an elevated railway system that visitors could use to get around more quickly. However, that electric walkway could accommodate up to 14,000 people at one time. On its busiest day, it carried 70,000 people in one afternoon. The gigantic scale of the exposition made it virtually impossible to see everything, which is why the Rue de l'Avenir was so popular. It was both convenient and entertaining. One visitor described it as a giant wooden snake with its tail in its mouth. At Ouroboros of Paris, we're told that this structure was only temporary, but it had iron foundations just like the Eiffel Tower, and many other masterpieces of architecture that were destroyed. Even the Eiffel Tower was supposed to be demolished. Most of these things would probably still be standing today, and would be iconic landmarks like the Eiffel Tower turned out to be. These events are the plot holes of history. You really have to ask yourself, why would they destroy such amazing things? And why is it the same story all over the world?